Monomials Day 1. Essential question. How do you multiply monomials? So monomials are numbers, variables, and exponents that are being multiplied together. Now there are a few rules with monomials. The biggest one is that you can't have any negative exponents. You can only have positive exponents. You may have just a number. You might have a number and a variable. You might have a number and a variable and an exponent. So there's different combinations that all make up a monomial. The product of powers tells us that if I have, let's say we'll use numbers here, so let's say 3 to the 5th, actually let's use a variable instead, let me change that. So if I have g to the 5th times g to the 3rd, the way I simplify that is I add my exponents. I add 5 and 3, which gives me 8. So if I have 5 g's, and I have 3 g's, I end up with a total of 8 g's. All right, simplify the expression. B squared times b to the 5th. Now, I just showed you the shortcut for these, but I usually like to do it the long way, and I'll show you the long way as well. So I just break up my multiplication sign with a little squiggle to keep my problem organized. B squared is the same as b times b. B to the 5th is the same as b times b times b times b times b. Now the way I simplify my answer is I'm going to count how many b's I have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 b's. And if I had used the shortcut, I'd add 2 and 5 together to get 7. All right, if I have g to the 4th times g to the 6th, I'll put my squiggle. If I have g to the 4th, that's 4 g's. If I have g to the 6th, that's 6 g's. So then to get my answer, I'm going to write my g, and I'm going to count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So g to the 10th is my answer. If I had added my exponents, 4 and 6 make 10. All right, now we've got numbers, exponents, and variables. So all three, these are all monomials. So I'm going to put my squiggle again in the middle of my problem where multiplication is happening. So if I have negative 6 n to the 3rd, if I wanted to write that out, I have negative 6 and then 3 n's, because n to the 3rd is n times n times n. Then on the right, I have 2 times and then 7 n's. So then I'm going to take this negative 6 and 2 and multiply them. I'll get negative 12. And then I'm going to count how many n's I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So negative 12 n to the 10th. All right, 3y to the 4th times 7y to the 5th. Multiplication is happening in between these, so that's where I'll put my squiggle line. 3y to the 4th, I've got a 3 and 4 y's. 7y to the 5th, I've got a 7 and 5 y's. So then if I multiply 3 times 7, I get 21. And if I count my y's, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 21y to the 9th is my answer. 3 times p times t cubed times p cubed times t cubed. So 3. If I don't have an exponent by p, that just means I have one of them. So just put 1p, and then 3 t's. And on the right, I have 3 p's, and I have 3 t's. So I have this 3 here, but I don't have any numbers to multiply it by over there, so I'm just going to keep it as 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 p's. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 t's. So my answer is 3p to the 4th, t to the 6th. All right, now we get a little bit bigger here. We have 3 exponents rather than 2, but we'll still do the exact same thing. -4, 1r, 2 x's, 3 t's. And then -6, 5 r's, 2 x's, and a t. So I'm going to take the -4 and -6 and multiply them. I get 24. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 r's. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 t's. So my answer is 24, r to the 6th, x to the 4th, t to the 4th. Now we've got 3 monomials that we're multiplying. So instead of just one squiggle, I'm going to do 2 in between each parenthesis. So I'll write it out. 5 x's, 1 y. Now that negative x, what I would do is I put a 1 in front of it. So it's like -1 times 2 x's and 3 y's. We don't want to make all the x's negative. All right, so now I've got a 3 and a -7 and a -1 to multiply. So 3 times -7 is -21. -21 times -1 is +21. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 x's. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 y's. So my answer is 21, x to the 8th, y to the 8th. Summary. The homework for this lesson is pages 404 through 405, numbers 7 through 10, 27 through 32, and 47 through 48.